Hey everybody and welcome to Nerfcast. This is Josh.
And this is Chris, B.F.U, the other guy, the fat man, all of it.
And
the
joining us
Duke.
today. Yeah!
Yeah.
Duke is back on the podcast, people.
Good to be here.
Oh man. It's great that you're on here and you have not frozen to death over in your neck of the woods.
Yes, it's a struggle every day.
Yeah, I mean, I was only in Boston where it was like a cool 0 degrees, but you in the negatives.
Yes. Well, it happens. It happens. Good old Ohio.
Oof. Fun. So,
That's bullshit.
what we got going on, guys? It's not, the most exciting news podcast that we're going to have, but there's a lot of other stuff, right?
When there is no news, we make our own.
Exactly. So how we want to start this? Where we want to go? We've got some stuff on the Reddits. I know,
Well,
Duke,
I've
you got some
actually
stuff
got,
going on. Yeah.
Well, I do, but I was going to pose a question to B.F.U here to kick it off.
Yeah.
So B.F.U, let's hypothetically here. I just bought a Crossbolt, okay?
Yes.
What are your 5 unboxing tips? What does every owner need to know about the Crossbolt before taking it out of the box?
Before taking it out of the box?
Okay, but right after taking it out of the box.
Okay.
Before assembling.
Before taking it out of the box is make sure they price match at Toys R Us. If they don't,
Yes.
walk out to another one.
Save your money. Get it from Target or
I
its
would
price
say-
equivalent.
The first thing out of the box is, don't put the bow arms on. The second thing, don't put the bow arms on. The third thing is check the back of your bow arms and see if your plates were actually included that keep the string in, because mine weren't on most of mine.
Wow.
I mean, 4 of the 5, the plates were not included. So.
Wow, that's crazy.
Plates sold separate.
Apparently.
And I would say, if possible, I would say, if you're going to mod it or tighten the string, try to work with the stock string. Having used 4 or 5 different bungees now from various places, the stock string's a little thicker, and you have less misfires.
Okay.
Definitely. It helps it catch on the back of the dart.
It does. So once you get it once you tighten it to where it's like aftermarket. So I got a bungee from Home Depot, which actually works second best. I got a bungee from Osh. Yeah, that sucked. And I got some bungee from Amazon. But the cool thing was one of the bungees was Elite Blue. That was nice. Still sucked. Once you tighten them to where they're going to shoot higher than 95 FPS, which is 2 inches on each side if you measure it at 13 inches, which is what the stock string comes at, then you're going to slip the dart once every 3 shots.
Wow. That's so
I've
precise for
obviously
you.
played the string way too much, huh?
Yeah, I'm
it
like,
sounds like you got this cataloged.
he's like, no, so if you take 13 inches and you subtract 2 inches, I'm like, what?
So
I've never seen him use a measuring tape.
There's notes up. There's notes on my iPhone with all this stuff listed in case we ever want to do a blog write-up.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It like brings a tear to my eye.
So I would say try to work with this. Nerf must have had the stock bungee, their stock bungee custom made. It's definitely beefier than the stuff you can buy aftermarket.
Sweet.
Good to know.
Excellent. So to reiterate, don't put the bow arms on.
Yep.
Get it for the Target price.
Yep.
Shorten the string by 4 inches.
Yep.
Have a good time.
Yep. And don't put the bow arms on.
And don't put the bow arms on.
So I opened one today that I put the bow arms on, the original one, and getting those things out is damn near impossible. And I know someone's gonna do it. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god, it was so easy." Horseshit. I'm calling horseshit right now. I want to see the whole video, uncut, no breaks.
Oh man.
All right, so
Awesome.
hopefully that helps out all the new customers buying into the Crossbolt.
Oh, speaking of the Crossbolt, me and B.F.U were talking earlier, and he accidentally left out part of the Crossbolt, but it helped them out. I think.
It did. Hold on.
Oh, with video proof. Love it.
Visual representation.
So, the next thing I would do is open it up, and the button on the back of the Crossbolt that drops the clip out, the mag clip and zine, drops it out is a better pain point for everybody. And so if you just let the button fall out, you end up with the lever, and it still works.
Little higher.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's
still works, and there's no chance of you hitting it with your shoulder. How about that?
Excellent.
Nice. That's actually a really good one, because I know that's been a complaint from multiple people. I know I had it happen to me, like, the first couple of times I shouldered it. It was just, what just happened? Did I not throw this in all the way? Like, what's going on? I think you said some other people on YouTube have said things like, it keeps falling out on me. So, bam! There you go.
Excellent.
Love it.
All the Crossbolt goodies.
Yep, all the
Crossbolt
goodies.
Forward to those. Definitely looking forward to those making an insurgence on the field.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can mod it out of the box within like 5 minutes, just that alone. You can get to shoot 90 FPS. I wouldn't put it tight enough to shoot. I mean, the highest I got was like 130 something out of an aftermarket bungee, with a little tape in the middle to make sure it hits the dart. But man, I don't know. It was slamming the internals pretty good, and I thought I was gonna break stuff.
Right.
I believe it. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for the question, dude.
Excellent.
I'm listening.
I said thanks for the question.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to go ahead and cross the Crossbolt off of my things to talk about list.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, I remember we used to have those.
I actually have a question for you, Duke.
I probably have an answer.
Is user Thundercrunk your most reoccurring customer in the last 60 days?
In the last what?
In the last 3 months.
Yes, he is. In the last 3 months, he is. I believe he's gotten 2 of my strifes. I think that's all. Maybe he bought more. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just saw the one that he just put up, the orange one.
I love seeing my stuff out in the wild. It brings joy to my heart.
Looks good.
I wish he was playing tomorrow.
I don't know if he's gonna. I never know. Sometimes.
Everybody can play every day.
Agreed. 100%. All Nerf all the time. Man, there was something that I was gonna bring up, and now I kind of got lost in all of the other stuff we were talking about.
Did you? I saw he had a worker stock and a the slanted grip. Did you put those on there, or did he buy those on his own?
No, all he got was the base strife.
Got it.
Those were both of the things. So he went ahead and whipped up his own little concoction, which is great to see. You know, people adding their own twists and takes on a platform.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Who doesn't?
Oh yeah, you got your new thing. Josh has a new toy for Nerfcast.
Yes, we actually did a little bit of experimenting. So
Indeed, we
the
did.
days of holding the laptop screen up to the camera are over.
There we go.
Bam!
Duke Winter Strife.
I'm not in love with the name, but you know, he can do whatever. So.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember commenting on it that he needs to get a Gear Up Raider stock, just so he has all of the orange and white, and it would look beautiful. But we'll see.
That or paint his worker.
Yeah, or paint the worker. That would be nice. Why? Now I gotta.
How many? If you don't mind answering, and you don't have to, how many commissions you think you do a month, roughly?
Ooh, per month. I think this past month I had 2. Yeah. Had 2 last month. I'm actually slowing down. I just recently sold about 90% of my arsenal.
Wow.
Wow.
Actually sold it to the same guy, some dude in California, so you might be seeing an Insurgents of Duke gear over there on your coast.
Wow.
So, yes.
Nice.
Oh, I think
It wasn't User Thundercrunk, was it?
it was not Thundercrunk. No, it was not.
That's awesome.
So
Love
I think
it,
I let go my let go a lot of things. I to note in that lot was the original Manta Magnus that got sent out. Even though it pained me a little bit, but I always make another one.
There you go. Yeah. Dude, man, that's a lot of stuff to get rid of. Must have been a pain to ship.
Well, I shipped it in 2 boxes. One weighed 38 pounds. The other weighed 32.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
They were big boxes. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
I remember
just
shipping
rolling
a few
along
things.
with the commission front. My most recent was the Fabulous Strife.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, let me see if I can do the little screen share thing too.
Oh well, now God damn it, I'm gonna have to figure out.
All right, see if this is working. My Fabulous Strife commission. Yeah, really funky. I wasn't entirely sure what to think about the paint, but I think it came out pretty well in the end. And I'm just glad that he likes it. That's what it's all about. That's what getting a custom blaster made for you is all about.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Oh, make some noise on your end, and then it should.
All right, I will make some noise. I guess I'm just gonna go over, what I actually did to it. First and foremost is the barrel attachment, which this is the second one I've made like this, where I put a 10mm tactical light in the front along with laser diode. And that's a self-contained unit, so the barrel can be taken off, put on a different blaster, and it has both the switches, the battery pack, and the diodes all right there on the barrel attachment. So you can go ahead and just move that around and put it wherever you want. Let's see, the PC fans are black backlit, blah. I think this is like the 3rd one I did like this. It was, it's interesting, just because PC fans are in no way at all necessary, not even a little bit. So why not throw some LEDs to make them just even more fancy?
Yes, I love it.
Besides that, I think. What's that?
Do they spin during operation?
Oh, of course they do. Yeah, there's no point in putting them on if they don't run. That's.
God bless you.
I mean, there's no point putting them on either way, but obviously got to hook them up.
Yes,
I think the only other thing would be a voltmeter in the stock, where you can see those shining out behind the hollowed out stocks, like the Retaliator, the Stockade. I just love that look.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for that commission. And then obviously the 180 motors, the rewire, the new micro switch, all the beef of the operation, so to speak.
Gosh, I want to send you an ECS and have you do the same thing.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Gut it all out. Gut it all out.
Right.
Get rid of all the junk. Everything. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I'm jealous of the commissioner because it looks good. Yes. Fans that are so sexy.
It's actually getting sent out to an HVZ organization. Is what he plans on using it for.
Oh, very nice.
So. I mean, I can tell you that blaster would not pass safety inspections at my HVZ organization.
Nice.
But I love it nonetheless.
Wow.
So what kind of safety limitations do you guys have?
What would be the big kicker there is the laser. They do not allow that in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Also, the tactical light, they only allow red. So that would also be out.
Interesting.
Yes. As far as the power limit goes, he could probably get away with it. I've run 180 strifes in my HVZ games before, and the officers seem to be okay with that kind of power. But heavens forbid I use a flashlight.
Yeah, because, that doesn't make any sense.
Wait,
why would you ever need to use a flashlight in HVZ?
At your HVZ, is iPro required?
It is not, which is hilarious.
Wow, so I can't use a flashlight but I can definitely shoot you in the eye with a projectile that will definitely hurt your eye because I'm shooting it fast. That's fantastic.
Fun fact, I got Koosh darts banned.
Wow.
Yes. They were spot banned the first time I ever used them. The president said that if I hit somebody in the eye with it, it would hurt.
So would a normal Nerf dart.
See, we also allow tagger darts. I don't know if you know what those are.
Yes.
But they've got these really cool pieces of Velcro on the end that are like little tiny hooks. And I think one of those to the eye would be a little bit more catastrophic than soft rubber.
Yeah,
totally
our
agree.
resident mad scientist Mitchell makes long shots that hurt, and he makes a couple that only use taggers.
Yes. Gotta love taggers. They're the best.
Oh yeah.
I'm the one that talked him into starting to rip off the little tagger stuff. Like, just use the rubber. So have the...
Right. Well, I mean, Whistler and Tagger darts, they're both amazing for half-inch PVC. That's the ideal ammo for blowgunners. It's definitely the ideal ammo for blowgunners.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I don't. Oh man, it's weird rules like that always like kill me in games.
Right.
It's one of the things that I just don't understand how difficult is it to tell everybody to wear iPro, and then you can kind of use whatever you want because now the safety factor is just
right.
You know.
But it'd be different if it was like there's no basis where Koosh would hurt more than a tagger in the eye.
Yes.
No, I will say that did get repealed when the new officer corps came in.
Nice.
So, yes,
That's
they're not all. I'm just gonna let that trail off.
Yeah, I was gonna say a voice of reason was able to shine through.
So Josh, if I hit someone in the eye with these, are you gonna ban these this weekend?
Well,
yes.
We require iPro, and if you don't
There you
wear
go.
it, basically we tell everyone, listen, iPro is required. We're not going to monitor you and tell you. So if you don't have iPro, it's your own fault. But, you know, you should have it on at all times.
Yes.
Even if it's like the 3D glasses you get for free for seeing a 3D movie. Like
just anything
that'll
over
still
the
do it.
eye. Anything.
100%.
Prescription
And we used
glasses,
to-
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I rock every time. But we used to have iPro that we'd give people for free. Like, we bought a ton off of Amazon. I don't know that we bring it anymore just because it was really cumbersome to bring, like, I don't know, it was like 100 pairs of glasses, maybe a little less. Might have been like somewhere in between 50 and 100 pairs of glasses. And it was just like, people wouldn't take them, and then they're like, I got hit. Sorry, man, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, luckily we've never had anyone really complain about it, but that's kind of just our easy, quick rule to sort of absolve ourselves of any problems. Like, hey, it says there in the rules, iPro required.
Definitely. And you should be wearing eye protection at any Nerf event, honestly.
100%, and that's the weird. I haven't been to a ton of HVZ games. I've only been to a couple, but I've never been to one.
Do not require eye protection.
Yeah,
oddly enough.
that's what I've noticed as well. Most are just fine without it, and maybe for like the week-long stuff where you're going in and out of classrooms, I can kind of understand. But
well, it also helps that every single player signs a safety waiver.
That is true.
So it absolves the university and the club from any and all liability.
Definitely a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is one thing we don't do in our games. But I mean, we're playing at a public park, so anyone can really come and play.
Right. You're not a school institution. You don't have that kind of regulation behind you that you need to make your bettors happy, so to speak.
Exactly. I mean, don't get it wrong. We would love to hook up with a school and be able to run some HVZ events and have everyone sign things. California is weird. California is a strange place where you can get kicked out of a park for all sorts of things. So yeah, there was something on the Reddits that actually piqued my interest from the one and only Turok.
Oh, it wasn't the strong arm versus hammer shot thread?
Ooh.
I didn't understand what that thread was doing.
That actually reminded me of something that I'm going to write down and bring up later.
Yeah, I saw that, and I wanted to put, because they're like, where do you stand on the hammer shot strong arm debate? And I just wanted, my response was going to be, there's a debate? I don't understand. But kudos to all those people who like what you run what you run. But I'm gonna see if I can find a good picture for screen sharing. I guess I could just bring up his
While
site.
he's looking, if any of those people that like the strong arm are going to come to our local Nerf event, I'll bring extra strong arms to sell you really cheap because I got a lot of them because they suck. Oh, sorry.
So, what is he actually calling this? I think Turok had a name for it. No, hammer? No, there was something else.
Oh, it's called the Josh's and the Josh Love gun.
The DZ Customs Hammer. It's a pump retaliator. I don't know what the name means. I don't think he put it in the comments. I think someone actually asked about. Actually, user Thundercrunk asked about that. Like, what's the story behind the name? Oh wait, he may have replied literally in the time it took for us to start this. Because of what shooting an upgraded retal feels like and sounds like. They sound very, very solid. It's the best I can describe it. Almost like hitting a heavy. Okay, well, there we go. Sure. I don't know. So if you go on the Reddits, you will see this, and I'll screen share it just so you can see it's not final build yet, apparently, but as close as it is at the moment. There we go. I think you guys should be able to see that.
You say that, but we can't.
No! Can you? Oh, you can?
I can.
No
okay,
one?
Well. Oh, it's here now. It's here now.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
So, I like it. I like it a lot.
Gotta love a pump action Retaliator.
It's everything that I've wanted. The problems that I have with the Alpha Trooper are, putting a stronger spring in and having some difficulty with Koosh sometimes. I would love to run a Retal. I just really dislike the overhand prime. Yeah. So this sort of would solve all of my problems. Might have to look into this.
Yeah, there's quite a few pump action kits that you can get. I think a new startup company just started. They're around there somewhere. So they're pumping out pump action kits here in the U.S. There's obviously the China ones that you can go and get from Taobao.
The Taobao and Buy China, but I haven't heard of any U.S. ones.
Oh, well, I'm going to do some Googling then.
Oh, yeah, by all means.
Yeah, Google your ass off.
So the only thing that appeals to me a little bit more than the kits that I've seen from Buy China with Turok's build is that you take off that little top prime portion, which you can do, I think, in some of the builds there.
You can. You actually have the option of keeping it or taking it off.
Right. So there's that, because I dislike the fact that you have the tack rail on something that moves, right? Because it kind of kills putting anything on that tack rail. And the other thing was the barrel. So on all the kits that I've seen thus far from Taobao by China, use a Retaliator barrel to actually run the rail, or run the prime on, it looks nice for sure, but I've had varying degrees of success with darts and having issues with barrels, specifically Koosh. So I kind of want to try it and just throw on like a big old giant barrel, which it seems like Turok was trying to do, because I think he actually said B.F.U barrel, which is kind of odd because you never use the barrels that you use for your not Retaliator, your Rampage, are actually acrylic. Are they? What are they?
These right here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're giant. I don't know.
They're light covers.
They're light covers. Okay, so they're really thin, right?
Yep.
Like
yes, they're super thin. They're super flexible. What I end up doing is I just cut them down the middle, and then I let it fit to the size I want, and then run a strip of glue on them to keep it that size, and then tension fit it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't remember if Turok said what. I'm sure he did say what size he was using of the PVC.
So Josh, now that I'm thinking about it, while Duke's googling his ass off.
Yeah.
You know what we should try to do? Why don't we just gut the Alpha Trooper's front end?
What do you mean?
Make it shoot Koosh, like I just did with the Rampage.
So, I'm not sure what you mean by gut the front end, like chop it off?
No. Like hollow it out, like no barrel, nothing, just the front end part.
Could give it a shot. I feel like I tried taking a barrel out and it didn't work. It was still having weird issues.
Really?
But I don't. Yeah. They have that one that has like a weird breech that I screwed up and melted, and then had to make one out of brass partially and all that.
Because it's essentially the internals are essentially the Rampage, right?
They're more akin to the Retaliator than the Rampage.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do anything, I would say replace it with like some 3/4 inch thin wall instead of just completely removing.
Yeah, I feel
like
like
more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really, I don't know.
So that U.S.-based company.
Ooh, yes.
It's a group of 4 high schoolers. Let's see, what do they call themselves? They call themselves Pump Action Mods. Their website is very confusing, and they don't have anything about their actual product. But I did manage to find this. So it's just a quick video overcapping what they're making. It seems to be just a really quick. Then it's got a little firing demo, but basically that's it. They're building them out of their garage. As of right now, they're not selling any units left, or they're not selling any units yet. But that's pretty much it. Let's see if I can get you their guys'. It's just Pump Action Mods edd.wix. That's it. Pump Action Mods. You can probably just Google that and find them.
Bam, there it is. So, Pump Action Mods, EDD. So, interesting. I wonder how they, they have the same Dart that My Last Dart uses on his blog. Or uses on his Google Plus account, I think. I see what you mean about their website being a little bit confusing.
Yes. Yes.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Right. There's absolutely nothing on there about their products, so don't even bother trying to find it.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yes.
Oh, YouTube. Got it. Yep.
That's what it is. It links it to YouTube. Yep.
They're using PVC.
But, no, so if you're trying to make one of these on your own, my only recommendation would be 2 pieces of plexiglass and some PVC pipe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they 3D print their stuff.
Right.
Some of it. They were also talking about trying to get it milled out of aluminum, but that's just going to skyrocket prices. So.
Oh, for sure.
Don?
Yes.
I think we have our project for the next time we get to hang out.
So the interesting thing is, a long time ago, pre-Elite Alpha Trooper, I wanted to actually start making a shotgun prime, and this was before 3D printing had like really taken off, or at least I didn't really see a lot of people 3D printing stuff. And I started making, like, I had, and I think I finally threw it away, out of, like, formed, I don't remember if I used acrylic or plexiglass, but I heat formed it so that you could actually put it over the top rail, and it was just like a rail attachment, but once you put it on, it stayed. And so you could move it via that rail attachment, and I was going to make the, like, under, and, you know, prime and everything. Right. And I was like halfway into it, and the EAT came out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll throw this away because I'll never need it again."
Yeah, that's what the China one does.
Sad. Right, and now I'm sad because of that. But like I said, I did see Duke's. I saw Turok's retail kit, or not kit, but what he's done. That looks pretty interesting. Because I always really hated that top sight. Right. Just ate the hell out of it.
Yeah. All you really need is 2 pieces of plexiglass and then a bit of like 3-inch pipe for your pump to have that go underneath the barrel attachment.
And actually, I remember Blood Angel, I think, made one when it first came out, and he screwed. The one thing that I didn't want to do was screw everything together because I really hate exposed like screws.
Right.
Or not even didn't want to screw it together, but if I did, I wanted to like countersink them so you know they feel nice around your hand. You're not messing yourself up. But there was, I believe, I'm gonna look up Blood Angel's a Retaliator.
And while you do that, I'm gonna segue to something different. All right, let's see the Prop Weapons Co-op. Time to talk them up. For those of you that don't know what the Prop Weapons Co-op is, it's just a coalition of like-minded artists that put their time and effort into creating a website that will help aspiring prop and or Nerf modificators. I'm very honored to be a part of their website. What it is, it's Nerfenstein. It's all headed by Nerfenstein. She is our commanding officer. our Capitan. We go to the ends of the earth for her.
Yeah.
She runs the website. Oh yeah. She's amazing. If you don't know who Nerfenstein is, you gotta look her up.
For sure.
Some of the best props. She primarily works in EVA foam, but she does some Nerf things. See her M1 pulse rifle from the movie Aliens. That was amazing. Completely made of EVA foam.
Yep.
Definitely. We've also got Landgrave Customs. Most of you know who he is. He does primarily prop things for third-party movies and short films. So he's really in there with the prop makers. He's one of the best. We've also got the Hypercats Network. They've been on a bit of a hiatus, but they're mainly known for vinyl prints that they sell to people. I've used their products in the past. They're amazing. Heat-formed vinyl puts on a great decal and look for your custom project. Gotta love Hypercats.
Oh yeah.
And then who am I forgetting? Oh, this is not good. I'm forgetting somebody. Meadowhawk Designs. That's who I'm forgetting.
Oh.
Doesn't really do a lot of Nerf things. Mainly does costumes. But
Ooh, yeah.
speaking of that, the Prop Weapons Co-op is going to be starting a cooperative project with all 4 of the main members. Hypercats is off on a little hiatus. He's recently got a new job, so he's a bit on the brakes at the moment. But all 4 of us are going to be custom making a blaster and then shipping off the shell halves to each other.
Oh, very cool.
Each member is going to end up with 2 different shell halves made from a different member.
Very nice. That's awesome.
I can't wait for it to come together. I'm not going to tell you what blaster we're doing. It's going to be a bit of a surprise. But
I can't wait.
I can't wait for the project to finally come together.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
So huge shout out to the Prop Weapons Co-op. They are just amazing in every way and shape. If you don't follow the website, you should. Every member tries to publish at least 1 article a month. I think last month I got 2 out. I'm due for 1 this month. I'm going to do something. I don't know yet. But so, gotta love the Prop Weapons Co-op.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, some of these people like Nerfenstein, I'm pretty sure I've been following.
Oh yeah,
possibly before I got into Nerf. I mean, like, started doing all this. I used to watch a ton of like DIY prop stuff or like short films and things like that.
Everything.
Oh man, loving it.
I cannot say enough good things about Nerfenstein.
Oh, for sure.
Landgraves may have made my most favorite custom anything related to Nerf in the history of Nerf history.
I mean, he does so many good things. It's not hard to blow people's minds.
The V-Hammer is the coolest thing I think I've ever seen.
Yes.
That was his elongated hammer shot rifle, right?
That is exactly what that was.
Yes,
it is by far the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire. I don't think I've ever seen anything cooler. It was badass.
Quite amazing. I agree with you.
Oh, now you.
And everything I could want: a long barrel and a hammer shot and a baby.
Damn. Let's do this right here, like that.
Now you're just screen sharing your ass off.
Oh, I'm screen sharing so hard.
There
that
it
thing
is.
is the coolest freaking thing.
Oh, isn't it awesome? It is so
Beautiful.
awesome. Yeah. Oh, I can. Boom.
If I was only a rich man.
Right.
Right.
Oh.
Or had any markable talent whatsoever.
Yeah, that is. I remember you drooling over that for quite some time. Oh, here we go. So I had this up. This was the Blood Angel guide, and I wonder if I can minimize this. Oh, okay, I can see both. There we go. I'm not sure what you guys can see, so I'm kind of like.
I can see Blood Angel's finger.
Yeah, you might want to zoom it out a bit. Just wheel it out real quick.
Here, okay. Let's see.
Better.
Better.
Better than butter.
I'm trying to resize this page so I can.
There we go. That's pretty good.
There we go. Okay. So it uses a long strike front barrel, because it does not have that stop where the finger is there. If you look on the retail barrel, there's like a stop in the back.
Yes, there is.
Using
Yes,
that.
there is.
So it's just pretty much some polycarb, or
Mhm.
this might be, yeah, this is Lexan. What is this? A Retaliator forward grip or vertical grip, and a sight, and it all sort of comes together. Oh, there we go. Bam, like that. You guys can see that. Yeah, you can. Okay. I got to move the window to see what I'm sharing with you guys, so it's weird.
Right.
And then there should be one of it completely on the actual black. Oh, there we go. That's
There we
actually the
go.
picture. It's just, so you can't really see it because he used clear, but
Right.
I remember him bringing that right after we made it to one of our first games. And I liked it. It's what originally made me go, like, I really want to do this, but I didn't like the vertical grip. That was like my first thing that I was like, oh, I don't like the vertical grip so much. It's just not me.
Pump action retaliators, so hot right now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. You would think with all this other stuff that has come out since the Retaliator that it's weird that it's making a resurgence almost.
Oh, that's good. That's good. People sticking to their favorites.
No, I love it. Especially since that white one is out.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy.
The
People love
XD line.
pump action.
Yeah. We need more white blasters, Hasbro. Just FYI.
You mean
Get on
outside of
that.
the Rebel line?
Yes. I want white blasters that, are clip system, because there's...
I'm a clip snob.
Yeah, I think
I
there's
like it.
there's only one clip system Rebel Blaster, the Rapid Red.
No, there's the I don't remember the name, but it's like a Retaliator, but it has the built-in stuff.
Oh, you are correct. You are
I don't
correct.
remember what the heck it's called, and
The one
I've only seen it once.
Yeah, the one with the sealed breech.
Yeah.
That has the glow in the dark, which is ridiculous. It's pointless.
Yeah, it's really weird.
The only reason that their Firefly stuff works so well is because they put it on the Raven, which has an open mag well. So you've got
Right.
the darts exposed at all times.
Exactly. Let's see if I can find it. God, they have so many little jolts.
Yes.
Oh, crud. Oh, they
Speaking
don't
of
even
shout
have it
out.
listed.
Speaking of a shout out to Hasbro, we're gonna do a little Reddit crowdsourcing here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So this is pulling from, I think, like 3 or 4 different Reddit threads, so I'm just going to give credit to Reddit in the entirety. You guys do what you do, and we take notice. So somebody wanted a crowdsource project. Somebody else posted something about a 3D Maverick turret, where it's the tri-barrel, you know what I'm talking about.
For sure.
Tri-barrel of Mavericks. Somebody said, why can't we just expand that 3D printed and make it a turret of 5 or 4 or however many? So, Hasbro, here's what you need to make. You need to make yourself a hammer shot with the Flip Fury trigger that rotates the barrels. Alright? So you've got a hammer shot with 5 different rotating cylinders. And you've got 2 triggers, the main trigger to pull it, the trigger to rotate the cylinder, and then the back hammer. So you're using 3 of your fingers, and you dual wield them.
Don't play with my emotions, Duke.
So this is the crowdsource project that somebody wanted. I forget who it was. They posted up and said, "Hey Reddit, let's make a crowdsource project." And then other people hashed out this idea in the 3D Maverick turret, and now we're presenting it. There it is, the crowdsource blaster.
Bam. Let's do this.
Yeah, but then Hasbro will do it, it'll come out, and then it'll get downvoted.
Right.
That's,
We did our job.
That's the Reddit MO. Yeah, That Flip Fury, I don't understand.
I like the Flip Fury.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how there was hate for the Flip Fury when it is, like, one of the most common mods I've seen done for, like, the Maverick or the Strong Arm, right, is having the barrels do exactly that. And people are like, What do you mean, That's what everybody does. And now it's got this nice little trigger mech, so you don't have to use your second hand to move it or anything. Like,
Right.
oh, Hasbro saw something that we did, kind of improved upon it, was like, here you go, now you don't have to mod. I appreciated that.
And then in the same year, they're going to give us the Doominator, and people are still going to be pissed.
I mean, you'll never really make everybody happy. It's
That's
just
true of it.
come to terms with that right now.
I figured out you can't make most people happy.
Yes.
unless you are going to reshell a Strife with an automatic pusher motor, you will never make anyone happy.
See, that's the Rampage, or not the Rampage, the Rapid Strike. That's the Rapid Strike.
There,
Correct.
yeah.
The Rapid Strike is the only blaster that made everybody happy.
More or less. I'm
Yes.
honestly surprised that we haven't seen more reshelled Rapid Strikes.
Right.
Honestly, I think it was too expensive for them to do. Because they're charging $40 for it,
Right.
and I think if they did it now, we'd see one come back out way higher priced.
Definitely.
Very possible. Very possible.
It's just a lot easier to put the semi-automatic manual in there.
Oh,
Yep.
for sure. For
Yep.
sure. But I mean, they brought out the Rhino Fire, so
Right.
Ooh.
We're just gonna gloss over that. That didn't
Right.
happen.
And it's one motor.
and I mean, maybe that's. I'm just saying, maybe that's their. Well, we're gonna try to kind of do this, but change it and make it different somehow. Don't bother, Hasbro. Just reshell it. People like reshells. It's cool. I got no problem. If you reshelled like half of the blasters and just made them a little different, people would probably buy them. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You know, or make a pump action that works like a Retaliator, like just a pump action Retaliator that's not a Alpha Trooper. People might be happy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised Hasbro hasn't jumped on the bandwagon.
Me
And
too.
Made their own kit to make the Retaliator pump action.
Ooh,
'Cause if you
kit,
look
I
at-
don't know about.
So
I
look
just feel like they are not big on the kits. They're gonna try with this modulus thing, but
See,
If you
they're-
look at the China thing, it goes over the top of the existing blaster, so it's just attached to a tack rail. Right?
Yep.
It's already there. So it's not really dangerous. And then you just make a different barrel instead of the Retaliator barrel and sell it for $25. People would buy it.
probably. Very, very likely. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't see why they wouldn't just make another blaster that does that for about the same price.
Hey Duke, are you juiced for the modulus?
not even a little bit.
Come on. Not even a tiny bit?
The only thing that that I think I'm even a little bit excited about with the Modulus is all of the accessory packs they're going to start selling.
Yes.
I'm not going to buy the main blaster. I'm just going to get the accessory packs.
I want that little snub barrel.
The snub barrel, it's like a barrel within a barrelception.
No. Not the one you keep attaching. They got like a really short. It's almost like a short version of the
Spectre
barrel.
silencer.
Yeah.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about. I thought you meant the in-between one, where you can just start building them on and on and on and on.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have been known to put things on top of things.
Right.
I broke into Nerf, but that shit may have sailed.
Yes. See,
Although-
I'm waiting for somebody to buy like 15 of those kits and put all the extenders together, just one after the other.
Yes, it'll happen.
It
We
will.
were
It
close.
will happen.
To having a Rebel crossbow mounted under a crossbolt for this weekend game.
Right.
We were close.
Oh, so sorry. We can only do what we can do.
So yeah, the Modulus.
Speaking of actually custom blasters and things, did you guys see the Demolisher that someone did and painted blue?
Yes, that was awesome.
Because that was pretty sexy.
Yeah, foam data. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also known as Old Noob.
Yep.
That was obscenely nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
he's-
nice.
He's got a whole just pro-level paint shop over there. He uses automotive paint. He
Yep.
uses the high-quality spray guns, not these little rattle cans. He mixes his own paint in shop and uses the good stuff.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, he's also done hydro dipping,
Yeah.
also known
That's
as
actually something-
hydrographics.
Yeah, that's something I was looking at. It's just really expensive. to
Yeah,
try to do.
I almost pulled the trigger on a kit about 6 months ago.
Was it going to be carbon fiber?
No, it was not.
Okay, that's good. That's like
all I
walking
was-
in with the same dress. We wouldn't
No.
have problems.
All I was looking for was just getting the activator and the film.
Oh, okay.
But it's still just ludicrously expensive, and I figured there was still more that I could do with the rattle cans, so it's not
Yeah.
going to quite up it up yet.
Yeah, that was me, but I really, for a hot minute, was just searching all over, like, how can I get this and just completely make a, like, carbon fiber blaster? That would be awesome. I just thought it would look sexy.
I
No,
definitely
still leave the orange on.
right.
Calm down, Mr. B.F.U.
But pneumatic arm.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't see hydro dipping becoming too prevalent in the Nerf community simply because of its price.
Yeah.
I think there's a shop on Etsy that is selling hydro dipped blasters. They're completely stocked with just the fancy skin.
Yes.
And
that makes
they're
sense.
going for like I think 80 a pop, which isn't bad when you consider what they had to put into it.
For sure.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is I can see people buying them thinking that one, they're performance modded, and then two, trying to make them performance modded.
Yes.
Because
so once you hydro dip it, you can't open it?
well, no, you can, but I've just had a few experiences myself with sending off blasters that weren't cosmetically modified, and then somebody tries to add a paint job and ends up messing up my integrated laser diode. And then comes back to me and says, hey, this broke, can you help me out? And obviously I'm like, oh, of course I can help you out. They ship it back to me, and I find out they just flat spray paint blacked all over it. And now the switches don't work, the diode's been painted over.
Right.
Really?
Right. The triggers themselves were actually just straight up spray painted, so there was a bit of a jamming issue.
Really?
Goodness.
Let me actually pull up some pictures. Got this here
You
somewhere.
really deal with people that stupid?
Unfortunately, you run into a lot of children in this industry.
True enough.
True enough. Here we go. This is it. Let me screen share this. This is after I went ahead and did everything. I don't think I have any pictures of it before, but this is the blaster that he sent me that was just straight up blacked. And I told him, look, I'm not comfortable shipping this back to you because it didn't have an orange tip.
Right.
So I said, look, I'll paint it for free. Does that sound good to you? And he says, yeah. So I replaced all the diodes, I painted everything for free, I re-orangized it, or whatever you want to call it, and then shipped it back out to him.
Yeah.
And I hope he didn't feel the need to do further cosmetics.
Yeah, let's hope. Oh my god.
I don't understand. The obsession with black blasters just bothers the shit out of me.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I get it to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for younger nerfers.
The place that sells them on eBay though for like $150 for a black paint job and a minor upgrade, I'm like, you guys are killing me.
Oh yeah, I know the place you're talking about. I can't remember the name, but
I think it's Apex or something like that.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Apex Weapon Systems.
Yeah, I'm like, really?
It might be them. I know that Jangular on YouTube has said that their gear works really well, but
Yeah, I heard their gear's good.
But I don't know about their blasters. I've seen pictures on, obviously on eBay and been like, well, I mean, if you want to pay that, then, I can't fault someone for making money that easily. If all I did was just, here, let me do this really easy thing and people would pay me, yeah, sure.
I fault the consumer.
Yes, exactly.
That's the truth of it. Speaking of the consumer, I actually had a black strife commission not too long ago. Don't remember if you remember it, but this is it. He wanted me to just completely black everything, cover up the orange, and I was like, let's pedal back a second.
Yeah.
Let's leave the orange, and what do you say I do some white details?
Yeah.
And that's what it ended up being. So definitely not a fan of just the straight black, but the customer gets what the customer wants.
Yeah, I mean, I get it when people want it for maybe cosplay purposes, and they are not going to take it out in public or whatever. And when I see like people do a lot of dry brushing and making it look, metal and stuff, and they take it to a steampunk convention or something, cool, I get it. But for people that want to play, I just don't understand. Like, what is why the black?
I mean, I'm not saying don't use any realistic color paint. Obviously, I use stainless steel for a lot of my paint jobs.
Right.
But I also leave the orange and then paint it with the green to make sure it doesn't look real.
Yeah, I mean, bare minimum, I feel like you got to leave that orange. If nothing else, because you're going to be running orange. Like, first off, you don't want to paint the triggers because then you have all these. It's all gunky. I know I did that on like my first blaster, and it was terrible. And I mean, I sanded it and tried to make sure it was all good, but it still doesn't feel as nice as just the straight stock plastic. Orange tip, I know the laws are different places. I've seen people on Reddit like, well, we don't have that law. I understand. I would leave it on there personally.
What about a teal tip? You could go teal paint. I mean, bright color. Any bright color?
In the actual regulations, it specifies orange. But it's also important to note that Nerf blasters are not governed by Federal Code 5001.
Correct.
Technically, they are not reproduction or imitation firearms, but Hasbro, being a smart manufacturer, errs on the side of caution.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, I wouldn't want to get caught up in the entire debate if I were Hasbro.
Definitely, not at all. So,
you know, even the proposed like airsoft and paintball bills that have come up, this would still be exempt from them because it doesn't fire projectiles that were the caliber of both airsoft and or paintball, and those never went through, at least in California. The original proposition for them, I don't know, I haven't checked up. But the other thing I was going to say is, so unless you're going to paint all of your magazines, you're going to have this oddly black blaster with these orange magazines. So why not accent that? Like every blaster now that I think about painting ever, because I've only really painted one that I've used, and I'm not the happiest with it. Because now I'm like, well, leave some orange on it. That way it looks fine when you have an orange magazine in there. Or, I mean, I guess you could have clear now.
Talking about your Boba Fett Alpha Trooper?
Yes, my Boba Fett Alpha Trooper. Which is so... Oh, no, I can't grab it. I know where it is. It's in a closet full of Nerf stuff. Huh?
Boba Fett.
It does. So what happened... Let me explain this blaster. I don't think I have any pictures of it, but I'll look while I'm talking. I like green. Green is my favorite color. I like particularly like dark greens. And so I go to the store and I buy green, and I'm like, well, what could complement this green? And, you know, not look super realistic. And so I found kind of like a tan color, which was a little bit more realistic than I wanted, but now it just sort of like it's a grayish tan, so it just looks like Boba Fett. And I added these dry brushing like silver because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make some silver marks and stuff. And then I brought it to like the first game, and someone's like, oh, it looks like Boba Fett's helmet. I'm like,
that wasn't intentional?
It was not intentional when I made it. I even took the little, obviously the orange tip, and I thought I was gonna be all cool. This is original Alpha Trooper, by the way, not Elite. Was like, I'm gonna drill the little orange tip out and make it look kind of cool and different. And then I went red with that, and I think red on the trigger. Most of the orange parts I made red. And people were just like, oh yeah, it's totally like a Star Wars blaster. And I was like, well, shoot, that's awesome.
Roll with it. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I just had, you gotta own it. Like, yeah, sure, why not? So now it's my Boba Fett blaster.
For sure.
Good times. Good times.
God, I just realized how much crap I gotta pack up.
Oh, for tomorrow. So yeah, our first game of the season is tomorrow. For those of you who don't know, which is likely everyone. We'll let you know how that goes, I guess.
Tomorrow from when we record, not tomorrow from when it's released.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yes. So speaking of wars, the Duke Wintermall Nerf Blaster Emporium, which I guess is the technical name of my quote-unquote company, was approached by Mount Royal University to sponsor their Guinness World Records largest Nerf war attempt.
Oh, nice!
So there's a bunch of Canadians up there, and they're trying to beat the record for the largest Nerf war. Let me see if I can pull up some information on that.
When are they doing this?
They're doing this March 16th.
Sweet.
Yes. So by the time this airs, it will be probably past that. So sorry if you're just now finding out. It's in It's in southern Canada. Let's see, if you're Calgary, Canada. So if you're in northern Montana, Idaho, Washington, it's within range. But so far, they have enough people saying that they're going to go to beat the record. So if everybody shows up that has committed, they will beat the record.
What is the record?
Awesome.
What was that?
What is the record?
The record is currently I believe it's 461, set by Washington State.
Sweet. Now that's for a Nerf game, not HVZ.
Yes, it is. Well, the technical record is called World's Largest Toy Gun Fight.
Ah.
So everybody has to have a quote-unquote toy gun.
Gotcha.
And that's set by Guinness. So.
Yes. Amazing, dude.
Yeah. So I, like I said, the Winter Mall Emporium is sponsoring them. They asked me for a prize blaster, and this is what I came up with. It's the old Crossfire. If you guys are not familiar with it. Yes. I think this is the only image of it I have, but on the other side where the Nerf logo is, I did their school logo.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. So hopefully they really like that. I also sent it off with a 10-pack of coup starts.
Gotta love that. Gotta send things out with coup starts.
Yes. I hope whoever wins that will cherish it, because it's well, you know, I mean, it's a Crossfire, so don't be too excited. But
yeah, I was gonna say, you know, you gotta appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah, I did do a little a double spraying on it and some lube. I think it was chronoing in the low 60s. So at the very least, it will be competitive.
There you go.
Nice.
Definitely.
And that's all you can really ask for an N-Strike blaster.
That is the truth. That is 100% the truth with N-Strike blasters. Oh, man.
So very happy to sponsor the Mount Royal University Ski Club for Guinness World Record attempt. Yeah, I hope they do it, and bummer I can't be there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let us know. I mean, I'm sure you'll put something on Reddit. I believe I saw you put something else up another time about this. No, you might have emailed us about it.
I might have put something up on Reddit. I don't think I did, though, and I don't think I will.
No, I'm pretty sure it was when you emailed us
right.
back and forth for this. You mentioned it, and I was like, I hope we can do it before that happens, but, you know, we'll see.
It's going on in 2 days from when we're recording on the 16th, so probably won't be, yeah. But, you know, it is what it is, so I'm happy for them, and any Nerf event, I'm more than happy to sponsor.
Oh, definitely, man. Love it. Love it. Got to get people out there playing. I feel like that's really all it takes is a little event or something for people to come out and try it, and then sort of come back like, well, that was a lot of fun. Let me try this again. Let me do this.
Definitely.
Let me do that.
You got to get it
right.
It's an expensive hobby.
It can be an expensive hobby. It does not have to be.
Joshua, I hate you so much.
I mean, it's not like airsoft and paintball where you have to keep, you know, buying things that are incredibly expensive.
Right.
You know, you can be as involved as you want to be, but really it shouldn't run you more than a $40 blaster and whatever darts are going to cost you, and maybe some magazines. Depending on the game.
You can get by in this hobby with, I say, like 60, and you'll be very competitive out in the field.
For sure.
So, there's really no reason not to do it.
That's what we try to tell people. Like, it's, you know, they're kids' toys, so really, it's not like airsoft and paintball where you're buying rigs and, you know, all of this stuff. Just go out, have fun, man.
For sure.
Definitely.
Segueing on, another one of my recent commissions. You've probably seen my Borderlands Strife.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So this one is internally identical to the Fabulous. It's got the 180 motors. It's got the whole loom. It's got the new micro switch. It's got the front barrel attachment. Again, is the two diodes up in front. It's got the laser and the tactical light, and those are completely self-contained inside the barrel. Something to note on this one is I did use Hypercat's vinyl teeth. This is another shout out to Hypercats. Now I said he makes amazing vinyl products. He does indeed. Those teeth right there are Hypercat's vinyl prints.
Very nice. Okay.
You can't beat his vinyl prints. They're just amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Also, when considering painting a color, don't just do a flat color. This is actually neon orange and burgundy red, dusted together. So kind of from the back, all you see is this burnt orange. You get up close to it, and it's got this textured speckle look. And I don't have a close-up. Damn. Oh, well.
Yeah, I actually did that with a couple of blues on, like a I don't even remember what blaster I was putting it on, to try to sort of replicate the Elite Blue since I couldn't quite find it. And I didn't do that, but I ended up with like the same effect. Like it was like a flat with almost like a spray over, so it looked speckled.
Definitely.
We
call that in the business dusting.
Yep.
And it's an amazing method. For those of you that haven't read my painting guide, I suggest you go to the Prop Weapons Co-op and give that a look-see, because I go over a multitude of different techniques that I've personally used, and it makes some amazing visuals that are just great.
Yes.
So.
Speaking of, dude, super props on the ice strife.
Speaking of the ice strife, let's pull that one up, I guess.
Oh man, I loved it. So it was funny because I was telling Duke before we started recording that I clicked on the first link of Reddit and it was that blaster, and I immediately was like, "That's Duke made this blaster." And like I went back and looked at it, and I was like, "Duke did make this blaster."
So this was a commission. The three that I just talked about, the Fabulous, the Borderlands, and the Frostbite. Those are my 3 commissions since I last talked to you guys. So that's what I've been doing, in case you've been wondering. Yes. So this is just let's see. What is this? This is just a base strife. It's got the 180 motors, the new micro switch, the loom, the whole shebang. I tell people that primarily my stuff is and always will be performance. I don't really care a whole lot about aesthetics. That being said, I do try my best and give the customer what they want. This was they wanted me to do a kind of a Frozen. Not Disney Frozen, just generically Frozen. Yes. Do a Frozen strife with the, I believe I used aqua blue and then just a can of white. I did kind of a multi-layer where you can see it kind of fade from white to blue, and then there's some white speckles. But
so sexy.
I got a little bit of heat for the grips, as you can see here. They're not the best I've done. But what it came down to was this blaster was bought as the base package, and they paid, I think, $15 for all the cosmetic work. So everything you see here, so everything you see here that's cosmetic, I charged less than parts.
Wow.
So you cannot go out there and buy the cans to do this for less than charged.
For sure. For sure. So the funny thing is, you mentioned it's not one of your best grips. I actually liked the way it looked because it looked like it was made of snow. Like it looked like you compacted a bunch of snow together to make a grip because it's kind of a little bit lumpy. And I was like, I thought that was just part of the appeal.
Right. Yeah. The commission actually did not include rubberized grips. So I just kind of threw that on there because I had a little bit of the white rubber left. So I figured, you know what, this will go great with this. Let's put some white rubberized grips on there. I wish I had enough to make a second coat. That would have really kind of evened it out. But as it sits, I'm very happy with this blaster.
No, it looked amazing. I loved the transition, and then the speckles, like you said, the dusting up, and just it looked amazing.
Yeah.
Reminded me of I don't remember the dude's name from Killer Instinct. He was like there was like a glacier guy, and I don't remember his name, or is, I suppose, because Killer Instinct is now out again. No.
Right. Well, I'm not familiar with that, so sorry.
It was the thing. And
right. I believe you.
That stuff.
I believe you.
But yeah.
All right. So those are my commissions. That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I'm probably going to be pulling back on commissions. I don't I don't anticipate another one for quite some time. I'm just getting burnt out doing strife after strife after strife.
Oh, for sure.
But as much as I love that strife, it's probably the best platform out there. It's wearing on me.
Yeah, no, totally understandable. I mean, you can only do something so much, and then you just kind of start to get burnt out.
Yes.
What are you going to move on to? Oh.
I'm going to move on to whatever I feel like. One of the great things of doing personal projects is I can just mess around. I can do whatever I feel like. I can see what works. That's kind of how it all started, was doing personal projects that I would later let go at a lower price than a commissioned piece. But just kind of getting out there and experimenting, that's what it's all about. It's how you find your style. I wouldn't be the modder I am today if I didn't take some risks and do some stupid stuff.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Sweet. All this stupid stuff's going to pay off. See, Josh, I told you.
It is. Don't worry, B.F.U. It's going to pay off big time.
I keep telling him, like, we wouldn't have half of the stuff that he has figured. Like, again, the jam door, I'm pretty sure he just accidentally, or not the jam door, the
clip release.
The clip release, yeah. I'm pretty sure that he just left that out on accident.
It happens.
And then was like, it worked. Hey, sweet. Hey, you can't go wrong with that.
Definitely. So, innovations come in all shapes and sizes.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And I think B.F.U. is running a cord because he sent me a text saying that his battery was dying.
Sorry, guys. I vaporized to go get some power.
That's
it's all good.
Perfectly good. We'd rather you be here.
All right, sweet.
And he's back.
Bam. There we go.
That was rough.
All right.
Someone at one of my stores has the measles. That's fantastic.
Oh, did they go to Disneyland?
I don't know. No, they didn't.
Oh, I mean, that's probably good for everybody else in Disneyland.
Wow, this screen got super bright.
Oh, yeah, that's, that happens when you plug stuff in.
It's like, wow, I have all this power now. I can go off power save mode. I can pump out the screen. I can do anything with this power.
I should have put it in power save mode to start this podcast, and I might not have
didn't.
ended up in this mess.
So here's a question for you two. As collectors, what do you look at when trying to decide what blasters you want to hold on to?
Ooh.
So,
that's rough, because I feel like I started out just saying I'm going to buy whatever I'm going to use, and then it became sort of a collection, and then it's gone in and out of like, oh, I want to collect stuff. Oh, I don't have any room. Oh, I really want this new stuff more than I want this old stuff, so I'm getting rid of it. There's like those blasters that you're going to love. Like I still have an Alpha Trooper, original Alpha Trooper, new in box, just chilling in my closet because I love that blaster. And I originally was going to, I bought it to do a bunch of stuff to it, and then the Elite line came out. And I was like, I'll just hold on to this because why not? I like it. So I think it's really, for me personally, I'm not out to get every blaster. It's just what stuff have I enjoyed either using or the functionality or the look. If it's just something cool and different, I might want it. Like, I really like the double shot. I know B.F.U. doesn't like it as much as he thought he was going to, but I like it because it fits my hand. It's nice. I can conceal it. I feel like James Bond running around my house shooting things. At the same time, I like the look of the Rhino Fire. I mean, I might not go buy one at full price, but eventually, if I could get one for cheap, I would pick one up just to have it, put it on like at my desk at work or something.
Definitely. Excellent. B.F.U.?
So, the funny thing is, I do collect other things. I do not consider myself a Nerf collector. Almost everything I own that I will play will end up painted and modded in some way, shape, or form.
I feel you there.
I feel like the tag collector means, like, not, I collect them to look at or stuff like that. Most of the time when I pick something up, it's with the intent to open it up or attach it to something or do something with it. Now specifically, like so with the Crossbolt, let's be honest, I bought it so we could put the video up, review it, and do that. For content for the station, right? And because I wanted to know. And now it's turned into a thing because it's easy to paint and it's got all these things, and it's easy to mod and all this stuff. So I don't see myself as a collector, more like a, I don't want to say mad scientist because that would be giving myself and my brain too much credit. But just that kind of person. I just want to open stuff up. I want to see how it works. I want to see what I can do with it. And that's kind of how I see my. And now that being said, I have a lot of blasters. So there you go.
See, that's exactly how I started, so I understand what you're saying. 100%. That's exactly how I got into it.
Right.
Like I mentioned earlier, I just recently let go almost all of my quote-unquote collection. A lot of it was just sitting around, and I'm like, you know what, I got to shed. But that being said, I hung on to a couple things that I didn't think I could do without. Majority, if you're a quote-unquote collector, you have to have at least one blaster from the Max Force line.
Yes.
Right? So if you want to get into Nerf collecting, go look at the Max Force line, look at their entire loadout, and say, which one do I have to have?
Yes.
For me, it's the Scarab. I love that little thing. It's a single shot, triggerless. It has one of the worst handles I've ever seen on a blaster, but at the same time, it's a brown and red Scarab Beetle. I can't get enough of that. So that's my Max Force blaster. I just love the Scarab. Something else that I could not get rid of.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh God.
I love that thing. Mine, all I did to mine was open it up and took out the really crappy barrel post at the front and put a piece of CPVC. So it fires normal lead guards now.
How about what? 5 feet? 6 feet?
No, actually, it's pretty amazing. I haven't chronographed it, but I'm willing to bet it's at least in the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, they've got just such a large plunger tube because it's designed for the old Megas, and it had an incredibly inefficient stock barrel. So when you barrel it down to a smaller size and make it more efficient, you just get amazing performance.
Awesome.
But one of the other things that I could not let myself get rid of is my 1976 Nerf Man.
Oh, yeah.
This is something that every collector needs to have. Nerf Man was made by Kenner 16 years before Hasbro bought the brand.
Yeah.
He was originally designed to fly with his cape. Mine doesn't do that because he's a little bit worse for wear. But he's just a block of foam with opposable arms, screwed up fingers, a big old Nerf Man nuclear mushroom cloud on his chest. Oh,
It's so awesome.
love me some Nerf Man. So those are two things that I just could not get rid of. But everything else was fair game.
So you didn't keep any blasters?
I do have some blasters. I think what I have at the moment is my Boomco Rapid Madness.
Oh.
Gotta love the Rapid Madness. I've got 2 Strifes that I'm probably going to overhaul and sell sometime down the line. I don't know. I'm kind of putting off opening them because just too many Strifes. So many Strifes.
Strifed out.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. I think... Oh, no, I have the blaster that I'm going to do for the co-op. I've got that blaster. And I have 2 Stampede shells that I bought at least 2 years ago with the intention of doing an integration. I've done 2 Stampedes integrations, and I'm not looking forward to another one.
So
Yeah, I feel like that's actually, I think I have a Stampede new in box laying around. Well, almost new in box, because I think I took out all of the 18-round magazines when that was the only place you could get them. But
Yes.
it's still sitting there.
Right.
I might have got rid of it on our last haul when we took things. Nope, it's still there. Yep, I still have it. Minus 3 mags, but
There it is.
it's just one of those things. Like I don't even like the blaster that much to where I'm like, oh, I always want to keep this. It's just, it seems like too good of a thing to have to just give away for free.
I want
sure.
Sean
Random.
because it's already modded.
I don't know if he still has that anymore. I feel like he might have got rid of it.
Really?
Yeah, when he moved, I feel like he got rid of a ton of stuff, and that might have been in there. But I'm not 100%. You'd have to talk to him. I feel like I remember mentioning it, and Sean was like, "Where did that go? I don't know where that is." And I was like, "Oh, he got rid of it." Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I ever stopped playing Nerf, there would still be some blasters I would have to keep. You know what I mean? Like for sentimental value. Like I would have to keep a hammer shot,
I think
right?
that's it. I think I'd only keep my 2 hammer shots, and I think that would be it.
Nah? Yeah, I think it would definitely be a hammer shot. I can't say that I would keep anything else. Maybe the double shot, because like I said, I have fun with that.
You know what? I might keep the Silver Rampage, just because it's good for taking birds off the car.
you know.
I don't hit the bird, I just hit next to the bird.
Yeah.
One thing I've always regretted getting rid of was my Duchess integration. For those of you that don't remember this, this was, I think, I want to say it was my second integration that I ever did. I think it's really what started me in Nerf, just to begin with. What it was is my freshman year. I think I already told this story, but I picked up a Rampage, and this is what it turned into. It turned into this kind of just monstrosity of blasters slapped together. It's got a Panther, it's got a Firefly, it's got a Rampage, a Triad removable grip. Yeah. And I sold it about a year ago, and it's killing me now because that was the first blaster I purchased. So.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's a nice integration.
The day came where I couldn't put sentimental value over monetary value, and I let it go.
Yep. Oh, that has happened to me many a time.
Actually, I kind of regret giving away the red rough cut that's in the picture that's on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I gave that to one of our players.
Yeah, it's so sexy.
Yeah. See, the only things that I've ever given away, let's see, it was 3 Elite Alpha Troopers right when they launched. I did a giveaway because I picked up, I think, 12 of them on the Target screw up. Got them for $6 each.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, here you go, guys. Here's some free Alpha Troopers. Eat your hot outs. And then my Rebel Secret Shot. Gave that away. Yeah. So both of my giveaways have been unreleased blasters. Yeah. I guess if I get my hands on any more unreleased stuff, I'm going to have to give it away.
Right? Like, I got to keep up with the... with the stuff.
Yes. Keep up with the trend, for sure.
There you go. Trend.
See, me and B.F.U. both had 2 different words there.
Tradition, trend.
Just dropped the ball over there.
Yeah.
That's okay. I won't hold it against.
Realize I own way too many long shots.
I've only ever had 1 long shot. Picked it up at a garage sale for $3.
I've had so many long shots.
I blame Josh for this.
Me? What did I do?
It's just easier to blame you.
No, you acquired. Actually, most of the junk I have, you've acquired for.
Yes.
I only acquire junk for you when you ask for it.
No. That's not true. You send me pictures and say, do you want this? And I say yes.
Yes.
Of course I want it.
$5.
Not.
$5. How can I not want it?
Right. Ooh.
Like, yes, of course I want this. I have 2 Stampedes. I think I have 2 Stampedes.
Oh, yeah.
I've got, and then I got the stupid Swarm Fire, and then as soon as I wanted to upgrade it, Orange Modworks stopped selling the damn spring.
I remember picking up a couple of the Swarm Spire springs. What did I end up doing with those? No, they were Vulcan springs. My bad.
Yeah, I just saw a cool paint job. I actually like, that's why I like the Rebel line. I like the smooth lines for painting. I think it looks going to come out really well. I think the blasters look awesome when you paint them.
100%. Love.
And I want to do a Swarm Fire. Because I saw it demoed, I saw it with an upgraded spring. I'm like, oh, this is kind of neat. And I would like to paint one of these. That would be a cool paint job to do. I'd like to do a purple and black one. And, yeah, so, and then they stopped selling the spring, and I'm like, I hate all of them.
Yeah, you know.
You might want to check eBay, because I know a lot of people, affiliates, they'll stock up whenever something goes on clearance, buy Orange Modworks, and then they'll resell them. So there may still be some springs out there.
Yeah, I hit the eBay Nerf modified search once a day.
Oh, do you? Well.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's on my safe searches. Nerf modified custom Nerf is on once a day. Matter of fact, I visit your web store quite often.
Ha. I think the only thing I have on there is my Blackout Rampage. I cannot get rid of this thing. Somebody committed to buying it a few months ago, so I boxed it all up. I included the 35-round drum, the stock, and then the 6-round clear clip. And I'm like, all right, I just need your address, get you the shipping quote, and send it off. And then they just never got back to me. So.
Let me see if I can pull this down.
Wow, dude, that's rough.
It is what it is. So I slapped it up on
man.
eBay. I'm hanging on to it. We'll see. It's a great blaster. The only thing is I have it boxed up, so I don't want to unbox it. So I can't use it. It's just sitting here in a box. It's ready for shipping. So part of me just wants to open it up and pull it out and get some wars with it. And the other part of me is like, oh, you already boxed it up. It's packed in there nice. You put bubble wrap around everything. You can't open it.
Is it still posted?
Yeah, it's still on eBay. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Now everyone's going to eBay search.
Yes. Well, speaking of Rebel and their amazing shells for painting, I picked up a few messengers a while ago, and I just went crazy with them. I love me those lines. They just lend to some crazy stuff, but
very nice.
Can't get enough of Rebel. Let's see, where's my other Rebel? Yes, love their shelves.
The 7 kg mainspring. Where'd you get the 7 kilogram for the? Is that the Orange Modworks spring or is that a different spring?
I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually, I have no idea. Here's what happened. I bought a lot from somebody on the Facebook trading page. I bought like 4 different rampages. 2 of them he said were broken. And I was like, that's okay, he sold them to me cheap. So I opened up one of the quote-unquote broken ones, and there's an entire Orange Modworks kit inside.
Ah.
And I'm taking it apart, and I'm like, this is their rampage kit. I take a look at the spring, I'm like, what is this spring? I pull out some of my 5 kilogram ones, and it's definitely heavier than that. So it's either an Orange Modworks 7 or it's a Black Tactical 5.
I didn't think Orange Modworks sold a 7 kilogram for the Rampage. They only sold the 5s.
They only sell the 7 kilogram with the Retaliator kit. So that's what makes me think it might be a Black Tactical spring.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, hey, look at that.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is sexy.
I'm not going to lie. I have almost clicked on it multiple times.
Well,
oh man.
As with anything on my eBay page, contact me via my Facebook account, and I'll let it go for cheaper.
There you go. Pro tip.
It's too
you
black.
heard it here.
Josh would ban it from our games.
No, it's too sexy. It's too sexy.
It is a little heavy on the black, but I think the white grips really help it out.
Agreed.
Is Johnson Arms part of your? That's not part of your prop weapons talk, right?
No. Like I said, we've got Nerfenstein, Landgraves, Hypercats, Meadowhawk.
Say hi to the internet.
Hello, internet.
Hello. Yes. We actually used to have Apex Weapon on the blog roll.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he's no longer with the co-op though. Which
you guys must be too colorful for him.
We must be. I think he published like 3 articles or something. They're still up there, so you can go learn how to paint a blaster black.
I'm glad you were picking up what I'm putting down. Oh, damn it. That's what I want to do. I still haven't picked up a Sonic Ice Rampage yet. I do want to get one of those.
Or a Sonic Ice Centurion.
Yeah, no. I'm good. I'm good. Centurion burned me that I've been burned. I'm good. But I would, if there was a nice, easy way to convert it to Elite that wasn't too difficult, I would do a Centurion conversion just because I still think it's one of the best looking blasters when it's all put together. Minus the teeny tiny butt stuff.
Blaster Parts out of Germany, I believe, sells a conversion kit.
They do.
That would be the easiest way. Now, that's definitely not the most fiscally responsible way. But that's kind of how those conversion kits go, or that's actually how all kits go, honestly. Is
True.
You're paying somebody to do the work to build this thing, and then you just drop it in and go.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Ooh, someone's got a really whack Cam ECS mod on the eBay with the lipo smacked on the side.
Ooh, I
Looks like
can
it's
imagine that.
Velcroed right on there. Looks like a B.F.U special.
I don't even want to ask how much it costs, because you got to start at the $80 price.
$180. Buy it now.
Okay, he told me. I was going to say, because you got to start at the $80 price point just
Yeah.
for the ECS.
They're
Yeah.
from Canada.
Oh.
Ooh. So,
Shipping.
yeah, shout out right now. If anybody wants a Cam ECS with truss fires on the side, I will make one, and it will not cost $480.
Psh, like I said, I might ship you one.
Don't say the T word.
I might ship you one and be like, hey, put some stuff and, make it look pretty.
Don't
You can
say
leave
the
it
T
white.
word.
The T word?
All right, we'll just
Oh.
use ultra fires instead.
There you go.
Alternate forms of power.
I think we had a Starfire debate last time I was on here, so I'll let this one slide.
Yeah, I think there
we
was one
did.
of those.
We
I mean,
did.
we've had this multiple times in the community with
There were weeks of anger later. We don't need to go back.
Yes.
Oh, why? There was a beautiful, I believe, Foam Data did a great test.
See, I mean, I really liked his test because he went into so much detail and told everybody the pros and cons. And then when it got to those, he just didn't tell us anything. And I'm not saying they're the best power source out there, because they're definitely not.
For sure.
They
100%.
are an option, and people should be educated.
That's pretty much what I've said. Like, I'm not going to tout that they are great.
Oh, they're not great by any way, shape, or means,
No.
but they work.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell people what they should or shouldn't do, how you should do a mod. I like to sort of put out there, this is what we have done. This is a way to do
Definitely.
something. You might be able to do it better. You might be able to do it completely different. You just should be able to find this information. The more you know, the better informed decision you can make about what you want to do.
I wish I had a star to go across the street right.
The more you
The
know.
more you know. You can pull up the GIF, do a screen share.
I was going to say, hold on, I think I can... The more...
Josh is the nice one of us, because I will tell people what to do. I will tell them to buy a hammer shot, and I will tell them to tighten the damn string on their crossbolt and go have some joy.
Well, I mean, you know.
Come on, let's
Just
be
a
honest.
thing.
There's no way they let that thing out of the factory not knowing that it could be modified that easy.
Oh, yeah. For
So
sure.
Those of you that did not remember our top 5 tips for B.F.U's top 5 crossbow tips, rewind, listen to them again, because you need to know that shit.
Yes. Again, need to know information. Need to know. Now, you can do whatever you want with that information, but you need to know that that information exists.
But if you want it to be B.F.U approved, follow his top 5 tips.
Exactly.
If he remembered his top 5 tips, I would restate them, but I don't remember them.
I believe 3 of them were don't put on the crossbow arms.
Yes! That is the best number 1 crossbolt tip. If you know anything about the crossbolt, or you're going to purchase the blaster, think before you put the arms on. Think
Yes.
before you arm. Just think before you arm.
That's actually a theme that we're seeing in a lot of blasters. The Centurion comes to mind. That came out.
God.
People
Yes.
immediately slapped on the barrel. We're like, oh, it's locked on, guys. I think I posted something a while ago about taking just a cutting wheel and doing 2 quick cuts, and then wow, the barrel's removable.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I got one from Josh got me one from Goodwill with the barrel on it, and I'm just like,
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I found a use for the Centurion. That inner barrel is freaking amazing for what I use it for.
Yes. It's just a giant barrel that darts
Yeah.
just sort of fly down without touching anything. Hey, it's beautiful.
You
I
go.
love
Oh. Speaking of blasters that are beautiful but not very effective, your old favorite, the long strike.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
ooh. Gotta
I-
love the long strike. It
It
does
looks
look
so nice.
gorgeous.
It just shoots so not nice.
Yeah, but you can drop
It's-
in. Apparently, you can just drop in a Retaliator into it, and it's good.
Now, are we talking about the Orange Modworks kit?
No,
Oh.
someone just
No.
said you can put Retaliator parts in that thing and it'll work.
You can, which is what I think is hilarious because Orange Modworks came out with their direct plunger conversion kit,
Yeah.
which is basically exactly that. Somebody putting in a Retaliator internal.
Oh.
Is that the Immortal kit?
No, that is not the affordable kit. That's the kit that is incredibly expensive.
Okay, no, I meant the Immortal kit because I bought the Immortal kit and it sucked beans.
You know, I
It's
don't
not.
remember what they're calling. I think they're calling it Unleash Solid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna if it was the kit I bought, I was gonna unleash something on them.
Right. No,
That is-
I picked up.
That blaster's super cool.
Yeah, it's a super cool blaster. I picked up a Sonic one not too long ago, and found the Massacre kit is what they call it. That's when they
That's the
completely
one.
cast.
That's the one that Frone bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They completely cast the internals out of polycarb.
Yeah.
That's their Massacre kit. So I picked up one of those and slapped it in. I was getting, I want to say like high 80s, chronograph wise.
Mm.
And the only issues that I've heard about the kit is that if you prime it one-handed, you will break the bolt slit.
That's funny.
Oh, I
You weren't
believe
even
that.
getting high 80s.
Yeah, no, it was actually very nice. I really liked. Of course, this is without the barrel attachment. Just
Oh, yeah.
gotta say that. I don't chrono anything with the barrel attachments on because it's pointless.
Right.
Like if you want performance, you're not gonna run with a barrel attachment.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff that Orange Modworks has since sort of discontinued or stopped making, or they're clearancing out. Like, I don't even see the Stage 3 kit for the Retaliator anymore.
Good. I'm glad they're not selling those anymore.
Because we have one guy at our
Breaking
games.
Josh's heart, Duke.
No. I mean, I wanted to try it because this guy at our games has one. All he put on though was the little nub part. He didn't screw on the little extra like front barrel, and he has their spring. Like that's all he did. Is he put that spring in and that weird little front barrel.
He
Well-
didn't use the bolt sled that came with it.
No, apparently not. He told us like all he did is do those two things, I believe. Because I think the bolt sled is in the Stage 2 kit, isn't it?
It is a Stage 2 kit, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think he bought a Stage 2 kit. I think he just bought a spring and the Stage 3 kit.
Fun.
But it shoots amazingly because he's like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
no.
I'm not going to use this other. He actually
100%.
took. What did he take? I feel like he put something over it instead of that weird little faux barrel that they have that you screw on to their weird little adapter. He's like, the adapter is so like it's like so tight that it actually is apparently, according to him, making things more accurate. But putting the actual barrel that they give you on it just kills it. It kills range and does a whole bunch of terrible things.
Now, what their whole concept was that barrel attachment would not be a faux barrel. They were actually taking that and making it the exact same diameter as their bolt sled,
Mm-hmm.
having it be one long barrel. The only problem with that is when it came down to quality control issues, the
Right.
inside diameter of that barrel was tighter than the bolt sled, so you just get darts sticking inside there.
Yep.
Always go faux.
Yeah, so it was an interesting idea, horrible execution.
Right.
So I was just on their site. I did not realize that they started selling pre-packaged upgraded blasters.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have a couple of those. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing, considering
We
one
install
of
it
them
for
is,
you and ship them to you.
Yeah, great.
well, one of them is one of the greatest sidearm apparently of all time.
Oh, really?
Is this the
Yeah.
hammer shot?
No, it's the strong arm.
Oh, yes, that thing.
Mm.
Okay. Not a fan of the strong arm.
I was good. I waited a long time to comment on that thread.
I don't think I ever did. I let it go.
Yeah, I was not. I mean, I understand its place, and I understand completely why it exists. But even pre-hammer shot, I did not like the strong arm.
Mm-hmm. 100%. I think my first rodeo with the strong arm was actually my first commission. I did 2 of them. Let me see if I've got some horrible pictures of it, because this was before I knew jack shit about anything.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of where I always see strong arms. And Mavericks before that was kind of the people who just went and bought something to buy something. They didn't want like a big rifle, and they didn't want, like, it came off as like the most casual Nerf blaster you could get. It was just cool enough for people to be interested, but never, it felt like it wasn't really competitive.
Right. I think that's because it piggybacked on the Mavericks' success of being
Exactly.
just a long-standing Nerf staple. So as I mentioned, this is my first commission. I've got 2 strong arms here. One on the ground that's just painted up, and then another underslung. I had so many issues with this. What he originally wanted was performance up on the strong arms, and what it came down to was I just couldn't do it, because the little nubs that catch on the prime bar, whereas in the Maverick it had a metal bar that went completely through it and attached to both sides of the slide.
Right.
Now the strong arm, they introduced slam fire.
Right.
So it has these 2 little plastic triangles that it uses to catch, and those things are so weak that if you put any kind of spring load in there, it just destroys them, and they just don't prime anymore. So the only real way to upgrade a strong arm is to buy the kit from Orange Modworks, because they replace that bar, and they've got casted little nubs that hopefully are stronger than the original ones.
Oh, yeah. I mean, them including the Slamfire was nice. So, I mean, it's obviously an upgrade from the Maverick. So great. If you're one of those people who just likes to like plink around at the office maybe, or at home or whatever, cool. I don't understand the people who bring these to tons of events. And I mean, if you have fun with it, great. You know, but if you're really going out there like, I want to be competitive, I felt like it wasn't a competitive blaster. But what kills me more is when I see people that have them as a secondary. That has always like boggled my mind. I could never understand it.
All right. My favorite secondary has always been the Manta Magnus. As soon as I made it, I velcroed that onto my hip. That's what I carried.
Nice, very nice. I mean, I'll give the strong arm some credit. I understand it to a degree, but I feel like especially now there's better options. I don't know. The way that I play,
hammer shot, cock off.
I would much rather have a hammer shot.
Honestly,
I'd
I'd rock a 4 victory over a strong arm, and that's only got 4 shots.
Oh,
I agree with that.
the 4 victory! I forgot about that.
I don't like running slings all the time, and I know some people love it. So I guess if you run a sling and you want to be able to draw and, you know, slam fire or fire with 2 hands, then you can do it. I don't enjoy doing that, so for me it's always been, I was looking at building pre-Strife. I was looking at taking apart a Raider and using the magwell and making a what was it? The what's the pre-Strife? Crap.
Clip-fed barricade?
Barricade, thank you. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, I was looking at making one of those. Somebody in our group made one. It was like, oh, this is like such a great idea for a sidearm because I can just like pull it out and use it with one hand. And then the hammer shot came out, and I made the holster for that, and it's a wrap for me because I don't know why I'd ever go back. But, you know, you can get nice holsters from Narrow Base, and, you know, these other, even the Nerf holster isn't terrible. I don't know if that will actually fit a strong arm or not, but meh, whatevs. That's where all of my stories go now. I used to be anger. Why would someone do this? And I'm like, yeah, just whatever you want to do. You have fun. I don't do it, but you do it. You do you. So enough strong arm hate. What else have we got?
Yeah, the strong arm has its place. So
yes. Oh, hey!
Oh yeah. Speaking of clip-fed barricades, even though this is a stockade, let's just put that
Yes.
out there. I went ahead and made a clip-fed one just because I came in after the clip-fed craze, the clip-fed flywheel craze, I should say.
Right.
Everybody wanted a clip-fed barricade. And
Yep.
I had this extra magwell. I had a stockade. I was like, you know what? What happens if I do this?
I like it. It's old school, man.
Yes, because buying a strife is too easy.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that I mean, for all the times that people say Hasbro doesn't listen, I gotta point out that whole little like year of blasters coming out one after the other was amazing. I mean, maybe they were just really good at predicting what people would want, but they brought out the barricade and the Raven came out, and we're like, oh, this changes everything. And then the Strife came out, and we're like, this changes everything again. And I feel like that's what upsets people nowadays, because I feel like every time they bring something out, they aren't like, oh, it doesn't change everything. Like, well, yeah, everything can't change everything.
Haven't you had your minds blown enough?
For real.
I'm still having my mind blown. I want me some Doominator, damn it.
Soon. Be patient.
Yeah, Doominator and that.
Can't
What's
get
it
here
called
fast
now?
enough. I got to figure out how to convert that front end to a pump grip.
I'm sure it'll be relatively easy since that's what it
Yeah.
uses to prime already.
Definitely.
Wooden dowels.
I was gonna say some of that mold that Mitchell's used. Like you don't really melt it, but you heat it up.
Yeah, that too.
Morph. There we go. You know.
I want it.
I know
I
you
want
do.
it bad.
You want that?
No, I don't want the
when you
Berserker
are-
as much anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want it anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, as soon as the magnets came out, I was done with the Mega line because I turned the Magnus into so many things. I love that Magnus. The Magnus is the best Mega Blaster, hands down, because
Alright.
you can do whatever you want with it. You want to turn it into a 6-shot, you can waste yourself one of the Centurion clips, or you can just manta it. You want to make it a much larger capacity, you can put on a 6-clip, make it 10 rounds.
True.
You want to give it a more of a heavy blaster feel, slap on a Centurion barrel.
That's true. That's true. It is a very versatile little blaster.
You cannot get a better Mega Blaster
That's beautiful.
than the Magnus. I don't care what people say, the Magnus is where it is at.
Oh, the handle's so tiny compared to the rest of the blaster. That's so funny.
Oh man, that's awesome. Well, our boy wins that. Arjan is like still drooling over that thing, even though it's not the Berserker anymore. I forget what the
I just wish it had still had the buttstock attachment so I could use my red stock and I'd be happy.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, it's the one thing that's kind of killing part of the Mega line is they can't quite find, I feel like their niche. Right? Like you can't add attachments. There's no real barrels. Like there's not a lot of stuff going on for it besides it shoots big red darts, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, but then everybody's just going to try to move the caliber down to elite size anyway. I mean, that's what everyone did with their Cyclone Shocks, right? It was just move them down.
That's what everybody does with Cyclone Shock.
Right, so
Yeah.
it's like, I mean,
And Cyclone Shock, let's face it, it's a giant strong arm.
Yeah. It's.
Yep.
I don't understand the point of taking a giant red strong arm and converting it to fire tiny blue darts when it used to fire giant red darts. You can just go and buy a tiny blue strong arm to fire the tiny blue darts.
they missed the boat so bad. If the Cyclone was Hammer Prime, I'd be all up in it.
Just make
Mega
everything
Hammer.
Hammer Prime.
I'm just saying, let's be honest, dual wielding a couple Cyclone Shocks if it was Hammer Prime would be kind of awesome.
Yeah, I
Hey,
see you there.
We're getting close to having a lot of numbers of Hammer Prime now. We got
Yeah.
2, 4, 5.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's. I mean,
It's a lot.
it is
It's
what
not
it is.
enough.
The
I know.
the
never.
Hammer Shot and Sweet Revenge are probably going to remain the best hammer primed blasters, just because they're the classic, the classic 6-shooter that everybody wants to carry. Even though they don't have 6 darts, that's just the niche and styling that they're going for. The old West 6-shooter everybody carries on their hip.
I'm actually surprised because Orange Modworks announced that they were going to do a 6-shot conversion kit for it.
They announce a lot of things.
But yeah, take it with a grain of salt. But I keep feeling like if Orange Modworks can make it work, I'm genuinely surprised that Hasbro has not just been like,
Right.
yeah, let's just make a 6-shot one. Why not?
Well,
Why-
it has
why
yet
wouldn't
to
we?
be proven that they can make it work.
This is true. It's very true. But I still feel like they already had, like, the tech is there, man.
No, definitely.
It
I
should be
agree with you.
Super easy. Super easy.
So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I have one more thing on my list to talk about, so I'm going to just bring it up.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you that have not been to our Nerf exchange recently, I was granted moderator powers about 24 days ago.
Dun dun dun.
I've recently taken up residence in our Nerf exchange. I went ahead and overhauled the CSS. I've added a flare system so that people can tell who has feedback, trusted feedback or not. I've added a feedback thread so people can report their good trades and all the good things that they do. And I think that's it. That's all I really did. Just trying to give it some structure. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
If you guys are looking for anything Nerf related, not just you two, anybody listening, looking for anything Nerf related, hop on over to our Nerf exchange. Make yourself a willing to buy thread, willing to trade, willing to sell. Just get out there and exchange with other Nerfers. That's what it's all about.
For sure, man. It's so awesome. Because I remember when I first kind of discovered Nerf Reddit, the Nerf exchange was just rough.
Oh, it's still a little bit rough, but I'm trying to polish it up. I think the feedback thread is really gonna help.
Yeah, definitely. I think people feel much more comfortable putting stuff out there. Being able to tell who has positive feedback and stuff like that. So
far, I think we have about 15 users that are trusted sellers. They've had people come back and say, "Hey, we recorded a trade with them. Everything went great, and I'm happy." And bam, there you go. Now they're trusted. I think we have one person with neutral, but that's about it.
Dude, that's super awesome. Super awesome. Because I feel like there's like a Facebook group.
Now
buy,
that
sell, trade.
Facebook group, I use it sometimes. I am on there, but sometimes you just get people. It's Facebook.
It's Facebook, exactly.
It's Facebook Nerf. That's what it is. Yeah. If you're willing to deal with that, it's a semi-decent place to go to try and find what you're looking for.
Right, and that's what I was going to say, is that's kind of been the only place that I've really seen that's had a big... I mean, there might be some stuff on, like, Nerf Haven, I don't know.
Nerf Haven has a very tightly regulated trading section.
Right, and then if you're in, like I don't know if the Brit Nerf or the UK Nerf forums or the OZ Nerf forums or any of those guys have... I'm sure they have, like, a section for trades and buying, but for us in the States, it's kind of been like, well... If I want to get some NIC stuff, I can probably go to Nerf Haven. But if I just sort of want to just trade with somebody, I guess it's this Facebook group, which isn't the worst thing, but it's really hard to sift through.
Ooh, it's rough.
Yeah, there's definitely no real feedback system for like a trusted seller or something like that.
Right.
So
I think Bobololo very recently started a Facebook feedback.
Okay.
It was about like a week after I launched mine. So
Nice.
Hopefully, I'm really glad he did. I'm glad to see people kind of reformatting the trading forms on the States. So yeah, we kind of had a little resurgence there, so that's good.
Heck yeah, man. There's enough stuff out there to where people should be doing this instead of trying to buy every blaster like B.F.U. here.
Hey, what?
Now, there's nothing wrong with thrift stores and garage sales. I love me some thrift stores and garage sales.
Oh, for sure, man.
I lost my thrift store hookup.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got a job. I'm sorry. I mean, I had a job before, but it doesn't let me go.
He went from the roaming gnome to the office gnome.
Jobs.
Yeah. I don't even hit it like once a week anymore. Like I used to hit it almost almost every day I'd hit 2 or 3 different like Savers, Goodwills. Just like, ooh, I got a client over here. Well, I'll stop by on my way. Let's just see if they got anything.
That's how you find the good stuff.
I mean, on the plus side, it means you're not getting like a closet full of stuff once a month.
That is a bit of a problem. I just recently, I mean, I've already said this like 3 times, but got rid of what I don't need.
Sure.
It's a lot emptier around here, I tell you what.
Oh, I need to get rid of all my Rapid Strikes.
I'm telling you, once a year come Christmas, we will like collectively get rid of probably 100 blasters.
Definitely.
Just because we didn't do anything with them, and they're
Right.
old. Especially because I just used to buy. The bad thing is, I've returned blasters to Savers with the stickers from Savers that I bought them. So they're
Right.
like looking at me like, wait a minute, hold
What?
on.
Did you just buy this and then donate it?
Yeah.
I'm
They
not
look
gonna
so
lie.
confused.
I have bought blasters for the clip for like the 18-round drum, and just said keep the blaster. I just want the clip, but I'll pay the full price.
Oh, I've done that for Raider stocks for sure.
Oh, yeah, I
$2.99
know.
blaster with a Raider stock on it. I'm like, here you go. You can keep
Yes.
that. Yeah, you find some
I-
good stuff, but I definitely used to find stuff like those long shots, and I would buy them, and neither of us would do anything with them. I donated long shots.
That's how it starts.
Yeah, I was just like,
oh,
I'm not
hey,
gonna do
wouldn't
anything.
this be cool to have, and then I can do this later down the road. So you buy it, and then the next day you buy 3 more of those. The
Yup.
same kind of things. Well, I'm going to do something later down the road. It turns out there's not a whole lot of road down there.
Nope. Well, what's worse
Wow.
is when you buy something like, well, I can probably, maybe if there's ever a group where I could try to sell these on, people love the long shot. I'm not a huge fan, but, I could get rid of them for more than the $3 it costs, right? And then Nerf goes, hey, we're bringing out the long shot. And I'm like, I've been holding on to these for like a year. It's cool. I'm one of those, I can't pass up good deals. Terrible. Terrible.
Sorry.
I don't know.
You did say the NIC, and I wanted to make sure I got this in before we signed off.
Yeah.
I know that it is very well documented of my not understanding and kind of dislike of the homemade blaster. Because let's be honest, they're freaking fugly. But I want to give all credit to Nerf Omania. I think he's known as Nom. Not deep into that side of Nerf, but he made Vampire Guy Drac. He made him some custom blasters out of clear CPVC and some wood, and I have to say they are actually really nice looking blasters.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of great homemades out there. Roboman does a lot of CNC milled. He'll make things out of sheet aluminum. It's fantastic to see. Mostly Harmless Arms. They do a lot of homemade things where they supplement 3D printed parts. So what they do is basically make just the plunger tube out of PVC, and then everything else is 3D printed.
That's nice.
So there are a few options out there if you just don't want to be like running around playing with plumbing.
Yeah, the plumbing thing I don't understand, but
Right.
Nom, whatever he did, I mean, and Nom used plumbing. It's plumbing. It's clear CPVC. It's plumbing.
Yep.
But he dyed one. He used something called Bloodwood.
I was gonna say, I think the thing that really, really got B.F.U. when he was talking to me was probably the grips. I know he's a sucker for some wood grips, and he was telling me that
No,
they
the
use
wood
wood
grip.
on stuff.
Listen, it's shotgun primed and it's got a wood grip. I was like, that's pretty dope. I don't want to get hit with no Uber glue domes or Southwest slugs or Middle Eastern bombs or whatever they're calling them with BBs in them and
Bam!
whatnot.
I think this is what you're talking about right here. It's not it?
That
Can you
is
see?
one of them. That's
Yes.
part of the video. The pistol later in the video is even nicer.
Right.
Oh,
That's
well,
a rainbow.
The pistol can't have a shotgun prime. You just said shotgun
Yeah,
prime.
no.
The shotgun promise.
I
Beautiful.
respect the dye job on the clear CPVC on the pistol.
I'm just like, going through. I just realized that you guys can see me going through the video because I forgot to unshare
I
it.
don't respect
Yes,
the
we can.
Coca-Cola pants, but I wear camo PJs, so
There we go.
I think
Is that
the
it?
fact that he dyed this clear CPVC is pretty cool. Like I said, just from a person that does not like homemades, I thought those really caught my eye, and I was
He also really likes red, so I'm sure that helped.
red is my favorite color. That is true.
I know that he likes him some red. So there, if you haven't checked it out, I really like that box it came in too. That's sexy.
That's actually the whole box is homemade.
Really?
He
Oh,
made
man.
the box.
I know that B.F.U loves some boxes. He
I
loves
do.
wood and he loves red. So I can understand how he just started. Ooh.
And Nam does not take commissions. Apparently, he only builds stuff for people out of loyalty. So I respect that. And he even inlaid all the little foam inlay in the box is actually all custom hand done. So I just wanted to, I know I bag on the homemade plumbing blasters, and when a game recognized game, that is pretty dope and it looked cool. So shout out to Nam for making some sick ass looking stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
shout out to everybody that makes homemades, because that stuff is it takes specialized tools, takes specialized gear. People that do homemades are just amazing. So,
Oh, for sure. I love them.
yeah.
Double props if you make them look pretty.
Oh yeah. My only experience has been with a seller named Spiderbite. He's currently running a what does he call it? He calls it the Nerf Haven McMaster is what he calls it. He sells all of those kind of hard to find parts that people don't want to place a big McMaster order for. This is actually a rainbow pump that I got from him. I believe he's commissioning these for $90. You can go out. It's actually a very nice price for what this is.
Sure.
It's the rainbow pump is everything that NIC homemades have been building up to for the past 10 years. It's culminated into the rainbow pump.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some great things, and I've seen stuff like this where it's amazing. I'm with B.F.U on the I don't want to necessarily play with ammo like that, but
Right.
I respect the hell out of people that are making this stuff, from scratch, especially when they make stuff that just looks phenomenal and they go that extra mile, and it's not just like I put these, this pipe together and it works and it's awesome. Like, props to you for engineering it, but it just looks like pipes, like just paint it or something. So whenever I see stuff that looks great, it's like, oh man, that's sexy.
That's actually where the clear PVC started to come in from, is where people didn't like the PVC look, so they're like, hey, well, what if it's all clear?
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. I remember reading, like researching Nerf before we started running wars or anything like that. And I was trying to find other people that were local doing NIC stuff or any sort of Nerf war, HVZ event. Couldn't find anything, but I remember just reading tons of stuff, and it was still in that era of like everything was PVC, CPVC, and it was just like white. Like all you saw was this big white pipes together. It was like Super Mario Field Day.
Yes.
But yeah, they've come a long way, and they look amazing for it. Definitely better for the community, in my opinion. But yeah, we covered a lot of ground, guys.
We did.
We got all over. Even got some NIC talk in here, and that is not common on the podcast.
It is not common on the podcast to give, especially for me to give love to the NIC.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And I'm sure someone, because you have given love, will just reciprocate back and give you some hate for those Molotov Nerf cocktails behind you.
Hey. So these are specially made by Hasbro / Perpetual Play. And these are intended for a man named Lingy.
Oh, no!
So Duke, you know what's going on. One of our players has decided that he is going to tag out every main member of Bay Area Nerf with Bay Area Urban Recreational Nerf, with a missile from a demolisher. So if he wants to go ridiculous, I'm going to ludicrous speed. So I'm going to tag him out.
Oh, you left out what he did. He took the rocket and he wrote each person's name on it, and as he hits them, he's going to cross them off the rocket. Which I thought is hilarious and phenomenal.
That is
That's just
hilarious. So game on. I have a bandolier of foam tossed cocktails.
Well, it sounds like a great time down in California, Nerf.
yes.
It's always a fantastic time.
Always
up here,
fantastic.
out here in California.
Definitely. So, you guys mentioned you're starting up your game. What day is that again?
Tomorrow. Oh,
Tomorrow.
14th.
Oh, okay.
We're recording, which would be Saturday the 14th.
Right, the 14th. Okay. Hey, it's actually the 14th right now.
Oh, that's right.
In the future.
For me, anyway.
Almost game time. I am ready. I think I'm bringing the least amount of blasters I've ever brought.
All right. Well, speaking of organizations and wars being hosted, I just want to talk really quick about Cincinnati Nerf.
Yeah.
They're hosting. Well, actually, they host a game every single Sunday, day or shine. Well, Dave, that doesn't make any sense. But every single Sunday, they are out there nerfing, which is just phenomenal. And actually, on the 26th, March 26th, they're doing Redcoat's Revenge, number 2, actually. There's a group of British folks, I guess, that are coming down for a Nerf war. So we're going to be out there doing, I guess it's just like the Revolutionary War again, huh? So Redcoat's Revenge. Doing that on the 26th down in Cincinnati.
Outside?
Yeah, outside. All their wars are outside. You better
Is it
believe
cold?
it. Hey, suck it up. All right, that's one thing I got to say about Ohio Nerf is we are out there, no matter what, playing with our blasters.
Screw that. I grew up in the cold. Screw you guys. You guys are out of your minds.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, actually, I've got a bit of frostbite at the moment. Thank you, winter. Yeah, I was painting, and I had left a can of 99-cent white out in my garage, so it got down to like -30 or whatever. And I'm setting up my painting booth, and I go to spray, and I don't really think about it, but my finger is just now covered in super cooled paint. And the next day, I'm like, I can't really feel anything. The day after that, it's starting to hurt. Fast forward 2 weeks, I've got a patch of dead skin on my finger, dead nerves. I can't feel a thing. I'm just waiting to peel it off.
Nice. That's disgusting.
We all have to make sacrifices.
This is why I will never move back to where I grew up. Never.
Yes, so there are challenges to the nerfing in the cold.
Yeah.
But, another quick shout out to the Recon group. They're doing another war. I believe it's the 21st. They're doing a war up in Toledo. So Recon is a great group. It's ran by Reddit user Akmektan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry. But he's a great president. He runs all the organization. He sets up the community Dart Fund. Recon is just a great place to nerf. They've got I think it's a Lutheran church, Reynolds Corner Lutheran Church.
Yeah.
They run around in this amazing complex. They've got 2 stories. They've got a huge cafeteria area where it's wide open. They've got hallways with classrooms and doors. Oh, it's a great venue.
Oh man.
My wife is Lutheran.
Get on that.
Yeah, get up here.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No,
Time
get
to
on
get
getting
on
us a
time to
church
get on a plane,
right
Josh.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be much more beneficial if we just got you down here to play a game.
Yes, that was also true.
Well, shoot, if I'm ever in California, I will let you know.
Yeah, we'll try to put a war together. If you tell us the week before, we'll be like, we gotta try to do something this weekend.
Give us a week. I'm sure we can pull at least 20.
Yeah.
This summer, I'm actually taking a road trip down to Arizona.
Oh. Right.
But not quite going as far as Cali. Sorry.
Yeah, one of these days we'll sync up.
One of these days.
Gotta get
We'll see.
everybody.
I do have an uncle down in California, so the chances they're not horrible.
There we go.
Where in California?
Just outside of LA. I want to say like half an hour north.
Oh, okay.
Look it up.
I forget what the town's called, but it's a suburb of LA.
We'll have like a north-south war. We'll get a basic Nerf. Try to get his crew together, and we'll roll it from SoCal and NorCal.
We'll meet at San Luis Obispo.
There we go.
We will draw the line in the sand, literally, and it will be NorCal versus SoCal in a brawl for it all, moderated by the Duke Winter Mall.
Oh man, that is an event for the ages right there. That sounds amazing.
Just actually a shout out to anybody that hosts a war. If you're out there hosting wars, you guys included, you're the lifeblood of what is quote unquote the NIC. We need people out there organizing these events, moderating these events, hosting these events, having the venues, having the blasters. People run community dart pools. I know you guys do that. Recon does that. A lot of people bring a bunch of spares, and people show up who've never nerfed before. And they'll throw them a spare blaster, a bunch of ammo. They'll go out there, have a great time. The next thing you know, they're coming back for more.
That's right, man. That's what we try to tell everybody. Like, hey, just get out there and just do it, man.
Definitely. So anybody that's out there hosting events, my hat's off to you. Because you are the lifeblood of this event, of this hobby. Yes, it's what it is.
For sure. I far too often see people, on Reddit or on Facebook, like, well, there's no one that I really nerf with in my area. Like, there's nobody to nerf with. Like, dude, just put it out there.
Somebody has to start it. Why not be you?
Exactly. Like, even if it's just a park and you got some of your friends there. That's how we started it out, And we tell everybody this all the time. Like, even if it's just a few people, go out and have fun. You got 3 or 4 friends, have like a wingman game where you guys kill each other. Have fun. Hopefully it'll grow,
That's all it's about, is getting out there and having fun.
Oh, definitely, man. However you can do it, whatever you want to do. Boom.
I also want to take a quick moment to apologize for any kind of comments I might have said last time I was on here about Canadian Nerf. Pretty sure there was 1 or 2, but if you don't remember, I'm not going to repeat them.
Nope.
Canada, you guys do what you do, and I respect that.
We're apologizing to other countries we've offended? Oh, hell, we don't have enough time on the podcast.
Right. Well, I just wanted to take this moment and especially say to Mount Royal University, you do what you do, and thank you for letting me sponsor you.
Heck yeah, man. Love it. I love seeing Nerf come together across boundaries.
Across the globe. Oh, yeah. Singapore, so Australia, Europe does its own thing. And we've got North America over here. Oh, all over the place. Also, there's Barbados Soft Shooting Dart Gallery. I don't know if you guys have heard about them.
Yeah, we've talked to them, I feel like, on Facebook once or twice.
They actually have a very strong media presence in the social media. I was surprised.
Yeah.
So if I am ever in Barbados, I am coming to your gallery. If you guys listen to this, shout out to Barbados.
Boom.
African Nerf.
There we go.
Boom.
Everybody's always talking about the UK and the Aussie Nerf, but gotta give the shout outs.
All over the globe.
It is, man. It's awesome. It's awesome when you think about it. We're just this tiny little community, but from all over. It's awesome. Can't say awesome enough.
Yeah, you really can.
Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up. We've been talking for a while. I know it's like 1 a.m. over there, 2 maybe?
Yeah,
I don't even know what time it is here.
Almost 2.
If I took the game with a black eye tomorrow, you know what happened.
Yeah, Better let him go make dinner for the missus.
Before we sign off, I just want to say Barbados is actually in South America, not Africa. So,
I was waiting for you to figure it out.
No, yeah, I saw your eyebrows. I was like, oh, what did I say? And then I thought back. I was like, oh, I said Africa, didn't I? Oops. So
I thought we were just listing places.
Right.
Because I feel like I
should have just gone with that. Should have just gone with that.
Yeah. I thought at that point you were just like OZ, Africa. I'm like, yeah, That's like seeing the like Latino Nerf something I saw on Facebook, and I'm like, yeah, rock it, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Right. So thanks again for having me on.
Oh, definitely, man.
Pleasure to come talk shop with you guys.
Oh, we love having you. You come like with things to talk about, and you're prepared, and you have talking points.
Ooh, I got everything.
Yeah, we just yes it usually. So yeah, thanks for having us on. You know.
Well, of course you can come on anytime you want. Don't let me stop you.
No, man. What I wanted to say was thanks for having us on and like take up your time. But
Oh yeah, no.
you know,
Of course.
because it's like 2 a.m. where you are.
It happens.
So yeah, that's it, guys. I think that's a wrap. Thanks everybody for watching. You know, you keep us doing this. Thanks for all the subscribers that we got recently. I know half of you are here. We're here for a contest that we still haven't shipped everything out for, and the other half we're here because we had the drop on the Crossbolt. But you know, hopefully you enjoy some of the stuff and you stick around. Anyway, that's it, everybody. As usual, keep it safe, have fun. You do what you do. This is Josh.
This is me.
And that's B.F.U.
There you go.
Yes, and this is the Duke.
There we are. Thanks, everybody. Happy tagging.
Tagging.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
I think Royal Canadian Nerf is using that now. Royal Canadian Nerf has that. That's his theme now. He uses that in the background.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Because you brought up Canadian Nerf, I'm like Royal Canadian Nerf.
Are we still recording?
We
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
Yeah, we still are.
Yes. Royal Canadian Nerf, a new review channel. Go check it out on
Check it
YouTube.
out. All right, everybody. Peace out.
Yeah.